Hello and welcome back. I'm Leanne Winston, Psychic Medium. I'm just going to wait for Facebook to kick in for a sec. And while I am doing that, I am just dropping Ros the link after we have had technical difficulties there as well. You've got to love technology. It doesn't always go to plan, but there's always a way around it. So, but we do thank you for your patience with that. So unfortunately, because of the issues that Ros has just had with her computer, we are not going to have the comments up that we had before. So please feel free, drop in, say hello, and put your comments up here as well. So, hey, Jessica. Hi, Kylie. Hi, Sophie. Joanna is back as well. Oh, you missed my answer, honey. Because you will be able to go back, and Ros is just coming up into the broadcast now, so we'll just let that load for a second as she's coming in. Hey, Adair, good to see you can join in. Beautiful. Ros has got a computer sorted out now, so I'm just bringing her back up into the lobby, and she's shaking her head. So did you get some grey hairs, honey?
I didn't. Oh, where's the camera on this one? There. I didn't get the computer sorted out at all. I've just left it sitting there and hanging. And
Okay.
I'll deal with that later.
Do it after. That's all right.
I've actually joined in on my iPad, and I had to come down to the kitchen because that's where the cord was to plug it in because it only had 11% left.
Do you know what? We can do with anything. It's just a matter of breathing, stay grounded and focus, like I said. You know, and we appreciate you guys hanging in there for the technical issues, but hey, we got there. What was it, 5 minutes? We're sorted, we're off, sort of thing. Yeah. Adair saying fuel. Whoops.
Yeah.
So now...
Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say, it's those other things as far as the chat stream that we had before doesn't transpose into this one. So you might need to write your questions again.
Yeah, and I was just explaining that before you came on live. Unfortunately, we do lose those comments from before, but that's okay. You know, it makes the day more interesting. So Ros obviously isn't going to have her other camera set up on her iPad with the things, so we're just going to be working our way around it. So we do have Sandra just saying she would love a card.
Since I've got my cards in hand, I'll just pull one. And it is 37, which is part of the expanded deck with the Lenormand. And as you can see, there, that's without the, there, I can almost share myself and the card. It's time. So it's actually talking about taking time to do the next step, progressing what you do in timely manner, just being aware of how long some things happen. It's all or none of those. It could mean something completely different to you. But, in context of the question wasn't a specific one, was it? Just a pull a card.
So, it's just a card, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking there's something that needs some timing that is perfect for you. Be conscious of how you're using your time. And I just love the many different varieties of clocks that are actually in that, the dials. So choose, I'm just getting the impression of choose wisely with that. Anything else that you're getting from it, Leanne?
Beautiful. And I was more drawn on exactly what Ros said around time. Look at how that's been used at the moment, what's been put in front of you, because I feel that you spread yourself a little bit thin too, Sandra. So it's a beautiful card. I love those new additional cards that they have put. Adair's just asking what happened to Ros. Ros's computer froze and having a few technical issues. Gotta love electrical stuff, technical stuff, I should call it. So I put everything under the technical term. So with that, Next, we have Natasha. She says, is my relationship over? No communication, lies about small things. Okay. Honey, straight away, I unfortunately got the word yes with that. But now in saying that, you are the one that has the choice to make the choice, and only it can be you that makes that decision. So I want to say, trust within yourself, your instincts, and if it feels right, then you know that choice that needs to be made. Okay, so I want to say, sit with yourself. I feel like you're struggling to communicate. You're very choked up at the moment with everything that is going on, and obviously feeling very hurt. You're a sensitive soul, honey, so remember that you feel things more in heightened than most. All right. Did you have anything else you'd like to add to that one, hun?
No, not with that one. I got the yes as far as
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, but it is a choice.
Yeah. So, honey, I'm sending you a very big healing hug to help you through whatever choice you make. All right. And it's just saying hello, and beautiful Ros. Hey, Annette. I hope you're well today. The buttons are very sensitive. I keep clicking and they come on and go off again. Sin is saying, hi, lovely ladies. Would love a reading if possible. Hope you are feeling better, Ros. You are still smiling. Excellent.
Well, that part of it's a choice. Why be sad about it? Though I did get told off not to whinge this morning by a friend. Make the appointment for the doctor, and I thought, I don't like doing doctors if I don't have to, but I think in this case I do. So yeah. That's what life is.
You know what? We all have choices. And 3 cards has jumped out for you, honey. So I'm going to put Ros on solo while she shares her card. There we go.
And as you said, jump out. This one jumped out. So it is. It's the bridges. When I was looking at this one, was one of the mix that I did this morning on the Twitch, and I think it was the Twitch, or it could have just been in my own deck, my own reading. I can't remember, but it is the jewel. You can actually see that there is almost. It's not a reflection, but a second bridge. It in a way gives a choice, but it's is it identical or not? You have to look closer, but that's what it's doing. It's bridging a gap. It's actually taking you in places that you've got a choice, and it's being a bridge. It's as well. It's a two-way. You don't have just one direction that you can cross a bridge. So you're going over, you're coming back. It's your choice which way you're choosing to do that path, that journey.
Yeah,
that's all I've got on that one. That's all I'm getting.
Yeah, excellent. Well, I've got 3 cards that have. I've got to realign my camera because I've got it in a different spot than what I would usually use on my solos. So the first one I'm going to hold up is purpose. So, honey, I want to say, look at what your purpose is in life. So I know things have changed since your husband's passing, but I also get that you are heading in a different direction. But in that direction, you are honouring his memory and his wishes, his plans that you both had together with that. So I do feel that you've had that point, and I'm looking at the base of the flower, that is now your structure, and that strength that you have pulled on in that structure through this experience with and this time with since your husband's passing. But look at the beautiful light, look at the beautiful inner self that is starting to reflect out as a new person in herself. Okay, so the next one is reflection. Perfect. It goes hand in hand with what Ros was saying with hers. So just remember to take that time occasionally and to do the reflection on what it is that has got you to this point, because Trevor is always going to be a part of that journey moving forward from within your heart. Okay, the third card is power. So I get the reference to it's about standing in your power and owning that. So it's time now to look at what it is you need to do without allowing others to influence your decisions, your thoughts, your feelings. What feels right for you, do it. And when you're doing that, you are staying true to yourself, to your soul, on your soul level. Okay. So it's important to do that, okay? The old you will not be forgotten. It will be honoured in the way that you move forward, and so will Trevor's memories. All right. So I send you a big hug, honey, and all the best, because there is a lot of excitement coming with that. Now, I know you're taking a new step in looking at your spiritual and holistic sort of side of it. I know you've joined my beautiful the workshop for beginners that starts on Thursday night on the online side. So I'm really excited to be taking this step in the next part of your journey with you, honey, and I'm sure you're going to shine. Okay. So Kylie says, love some guidance on where I'm going from here. Okay. Did you want to pull a card first, Ros?
Yeah, I can do that. Nearly done. Oh, older woman. I'll just pull the second one underneath it. That's interesting.
That's a different card. That's a new one as well, the woman.
It is the expanded deck, but I sometimes feel like I need to hide a boob, but it doesn't matter.
Kids are at school this hour of the day.
Yeah, that's right. It's that is the card that was pulled. So guidance, it's feeling like the movement into maturity and acknowledgement of, that's a bit too close, wasn't it? The movement into maturity and the acknowledgement of what you've brought from where you've been as far as your life path goes, and accepting. See, my head is going a bit fuzzy. I'm feeling something is there as far as the further message, but I just can't seem to access it. So I'll go to that one, the scythe, cutting out stuff that you don't need to, that's not useful for you anymore, because that was the second one from there.
That's perfect lining, because her boob's hidden behind her name.
Oh, good there.
I love it. Do you think that bit of fuzziness, Ros, that you were sensing maybe Kylie's, not yours?
Quite possibly.
Yeah, okay. Because we do, as a reader, take that on in ourselves as well. So, sometimes it could be somebody else's and not ours. And I got the forgiveness card, honey. So to me, I want to say it's about the forgiveness of the past. So whether it's forgiveness for somebody else or forgiveness for yourself, I get the reference to there is the need to let go of the past stuff so you can go more so with the flow. The rest will come. All right. So you're right where you need to be right now. Okay. So just breathe, ground yourself. There goes that button again. And just go with the flow. Adair, thank you for your lovely message. I'll share that with Ros afterwards. Okay, Fifi just says, good morning, beautiful souls. How are you, honey? Hope you're well. So, and we have Alice. She just says, my whole fam has flu. Any positive things that you have for me today would be great, please. I get the card Clarity that came up. Oh, am I on screen? There we go.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to poke my head out the other. I was the right side to start with. So yeah, the Clarity card. So I've just got the whole deck there. It was just I picked up the thing. So I want to say having that clearer vision, even just focusing on getting yourselves and your family through this flu. All right. There we go.
Yeah.
Ros, you're on Sally.
It was the mask that come up, and like when you said whole family, and that came up, I thought, yep, well, that's the craziness of it. It spreads from one to the other, and that you've got all the different directions, which is indicating your family. So, what can you do? Rest as much as you can.
Just breathe, ground yourself. It will happen. So, and we've got Jamie just asking for some guidance. So what I'm going to do is, Jamie, just pull a card for you, as we don't normally try to focus on more the guidance as in the general questions. We prefer people to be a little bit more direct with their questions so we can get to more people. I'll just put Rosalind Salo so you can see her card. There we go.
And that card is, what's the number? 35, so it's anchor. I think I was just guided to look at the number because it's added up. It's the 8, so I'm feeling in the 8th month that there's going to be some, you're going to have something that you're currently working with actually solidifying and anchoring in.
Yeah. Maybe some abundance being 8 as well, being a money number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
So, yeah. 8's a money number. Yeah.
Some of these things I'll remember one day.
And it's funny because the card I have pulled is the Golden Provincy card. So to me, that card is about manifesting whatever you put your mind to. So have that clear picture and put that out to the universe because it will bring the gold. All right. Now, remember, abundance comes in many different ways. Okay. Yeah. So all the very best with that, Jamie. Nita. Hi, beautiful ladies. Will I meet someone soon? Yes. And I get the number 8 around you too, honey. So whether I'm looking at the 8th of the month or 8 being August. Okay. And Ros has a card there.
That's the key. So a key can lock up or set free. So whichever way you choose to meet someone, like as far as free your heart, be open.
Open yourself up, honey. So maybe she's blocking herself in that sense. And that is a common thing for us to do without realizing we are doing that side of it. So Alice, I think, honey, we pulled cards for you. South sorry, honey, if I've said we'll go by Ruth.
Would it be pronounced Sui? Just wondering.
It could be. You have to let us know how close we are.
A French style or something like that. And I have no idea about the French. Just guessing.
Beautiful. All right. So the card, I might just put myself on solo just before I do the card, is evolve. It evolved to the floor. Ros, would you like to put your card up?
Yes, I've got, and this is mice, 23 in the Lenormand deck, of course. I'm not changing my decks. You can see that there's some fat little mice there sneaking around in the background, and as we know, mice do work in the dark places sometimes. And this one in particular that's the focus is working away at nibbling through that cloth, that cord. We know they do cords and everything and electricals and the rest. I'd just say look a little more deeply at what's in those darker places for yourself, whether that's metaphorically or whether it is actually. Go and check some of your electrical wirings and stuff like that, because that's what first came up in my mind. I don't know whether mice have started their activities yet, because they seem to be most active inside when it's winter because they come in for the warmth and dry. So whether that's a warning along that line, what do you feel?
Beautiful. I will put myself on solo again just so I can see the card. Without throwing it this time is the Evolve card. So I want to say you're doing a lot of the hard work. You've been pulling through. Like Ros says, you've been chewing through all that stuff that has sat there, and things are starting to develop. So I want to say allow yourself to shine, to breathe, ground yourself, and just go with the flow. The hard work has been done in that way. So it will keep heading in that direction if you are not fighting it. Adair says, will life ever get easier for Mum?
I'm getting a yes on that.
Yeah, I do too.
Answer, yes.
Yeah. I think
older lady is the card. Yeah, relevant.
Let me put you on solo. There we go. Do you want to just put that back up? Sorry, Anne.
Yeah, it is the older woman. So relevant. Yeah, asking for your mum.
I'm actually drawn to, with that card, her hand on her chest. Sort of thing. So to me, I want to say there's a lot of heartfelt decisions that need to be made. Obviously, I know what you're talking about with her partner there, sort of thing. So with your pa, sort of thing. So I just get the reference to things will get easy. It's just a matter of time. And I think that decision will be made this year. Okay.
the second card that came out with that one was pretty much abundance. So in whatever way that's significant for you, whether it's financial or some other area. So
Yeah,
ish.
excellent. Okay, next we have Kathy. Hello, ladies. Need guidance how to communicate with I can't even say that word. Extranded partner. I still didn't say it right, did I?
Estranged.
Estranged. I can't get my tongue around that middle bit. Love it. This is my tiredness that's setting in from still from the weekend. See, I still can't do it. That partner and finances, and will I find work soon and when? Okay, so I'll just put Ros on solo. There we go.
Right, the key again, and I am feeling that you are going to be set free around your finances. But the first thing that popped into my mind when reading that, and it's your estranged partner, and when you actually communicate, the difficulty sometimes is the fact that we feel too frightened to actually ask directly. Well, I'm just feeling that's what you need to be doing, is actually ask directly and say, look, we need to get this sorted out. It's just a way, an option, and direct, so that you are going to be able to set yourself free from that concern and worry around what your finances are in connection with him. So that's the card that I pulled for you.
Beautiful. And I'll just put myself on solo because the card I have pulled is emotion. So I do feel there are still a lot of emotions there, honey, that you're holding on to that you need to release. So I want to say, give yourself the time, honor those emotions and acknowledge them and let them go, because I do feel when you can do that and find peace in that situation, that relationship, and look at the lessons that you learned in that relationship, because I do feel that when you let go of that stuff and put that, or find peace in that, put it to rest is the reference I was getting, you will find that things will move forward much quicker in that way. All right. So we wish you all the very best with that as well.
And I think
now,
I think too, just before we go on to the next one, with any relationship, and it doesn't matter whether it's your partner, as in romantic, intimate, close relationship of what we perceive as, partnership in marriage style, whatever label you put it on, it's commitment to a person to another, or whether it's even just business or anything. No relationship is ever wasted. Every experience that we had has purpose and meaning in our lives for what's next, for what's next, for what's next. But we don't need to be forever looking at what's next. Just live in the moment now. So
and that's really important.
To share about that.
Yeah, that's it. Now, this is really going to be a big one, so it's going to cover us over, but that's okay. I'll bring it down once we've read it. So Cassandra says, hi, sweetie. Just need some insight. I have recently come down with a lifetime illness and ever since, me and my partner have been arguing and bickering, and I'm feeling like it's the end of time, but I don't want it to be, but I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like I'm so lost with this illness, and it seems to be putting more pressure on everyone around me. Now, honey, I need to say straight away that is very common. You're not alone in that situation, because a lot of people that are dealing with illness, and I know with myself with injuries I've had over the years, which is obviously nothing compared to your illness, how it does affect our loved ones around us. Now, my feeling is your partner and yourself need to communicate. Maybe look at some counselling that you can go to and speak to a third party together to help each other see each other's point of view, because my feeling is, as much as you are going within that illness and you are the one that it is affecting the most, it's got just as much equal effect on those around you. So my feeling is that your partner is quite scared of the unknown, and being faced with this energy, this illness in the way that you have. neither of you know how to manage those emotions, those feelings. So I get by communication is going to make a difference. But at the same time, you both need to be understanding that each other are going to say things that you don't quite understand or you haven't thought about, or it may come out and be interpreted in the wrong way. So I want to say a little bit of forgiveness goes both ways, but a little bit of patience at the same time. But my feeling is together you are good. So you can pull through any challenges that are faced together as a stronger, united couple in that way. All right. So I send you lots of love and lots of healing. And Ros, did you have something you want to add to that, hun?
Yep. Now, the card that first came out for you was the coffin. And what I'm seeing with that, I'll just share, and I'm pretty sure my sister won't mind, because as far as having news of a disease that you have no control over, that you know is potentially terminal at some point, it is something that does affect a whole family and friendships and all that's encompassed with that. And it makes a big difference what the attitude is that you yourself have around that, and the understanding that you have around that is a huge part of it. But also, it's only it's not so much, you know, the death of something. It is of you as such. It's actually indicating more the death of a way that you've known things. And one of the biggest things that I've found over time in to alleviate fear about something is to actually learn as much as you can around it, become knowledgeable with it, educate yourself, and then you yourself have the base to understand what's happening for you. And then in that solidity of knowledge that you can gain your own calmness around what is present for you. That energy itself then will diffuse, is that the right word? Spread out anyway, because you'll have that glow of a different attitude, a different perception, a different understanding, and be able to put more essence into the loving self through the experience, because it's all it is. It's one of the things that it's so hard to understand for many people, that we don't actually die. It's only a body that we're in, that the soul continues. And well, ultimately, the only way we're going to know is when we do die and we're on the other side. We're at our home, you know, that base that is the soul center. People call it different names, different understandings around it. I'm just suggesting educate yourself, learn about your disease as much as possible. It alleviates the fear. Pass the knowledge around, the awareness. Have your own choice to be that you will be living in joy in whatever is with you, and pass that around.
That's it. And I think it's important maybe to even look, honey, at support groups to do with your illness, but also support groups for your family, your loved ones that are being affected by this as well. So it's not just about getting support for yourself. I want to say it's about having that support for those around you at the same time, okay?
It's a support network.
It is. And, you know, as the death card comes up, sometimes it can also mean, like Ros says, it doesn't necessarily mean about life coming to end either. It can be about life finishing as you know it, and new beginnings. So you're going down a new track. But it's also, for me, I get the reference to it's about staying strong in that positive mindset. Have those moments of weakness, acknowledge them and let it go. And then refocus. Give yourself that permission to have those moments. I do with my pain and everything like that. And it's helped me to manage it a little bit better than what I used to in that way. All right. So we've got a few more people just quickly saying hello. And apparently my daughter is trying to contact me. I've a message from another one. Say, hey, Sharon. She got a different picture up today.
She's looking like it's logged in from Sharon Bremner, not Sharon F. Bremner. There's several
Oh,
that she
okay.
operates
Yep.
under, so that's highly likely a business page or something, coaching page.
Oh, okay. Yep. Didn't even look like her in the picture.
It's a little
Hey,
while
Robin.
ago.
I'm
Robin.
pleased you could join in as well.
Julie.
Julie's just saying she would love a card. Maybe we'll just do Julie's. If you would like to pull a card on that, while you're doing that, I might just keep putting up some of the hollows because we are out of time, unfortunately.
I've got 2. I was told 2 for Julie, so it's
Okay.
Ship, which as a direct, because I do find that the Lenormand is a reasonably direct one. It's concerning travel and movement, mainly travel, and the stars the limit. So wherever you want to, what you desire as far as your travels, you wish upon a star and it'll happen.
Yeah,
That's a
beautiful.
quickie.
I love it. Apparently, yeah, because I will need to get to that message in a second. Natasha's just saying 13 years I am hurt and devastated, honey. My heart breaks for you. Okay. So, all right, guys. Well, I guess we will have to maybe leave it there. We do thank you for your patience today with a little bit of technical issues, but hey, we
Thank
got
you.
there. We kept it going. We always will.
And now I've got to go and figure out whether my Mac has closed off or ended broadcast for me, because it's highly likely the other one is still going in the background somewhere.
It could be frozen.
I don't know what's going to happen. I'll have a look. It's wonderful being here. Thank you for putting it together for this half. After mine mucked up. Yeah, so it's great knowing that we do have options.
We do.
And varied.
I think that goes for everything in life. We've all got options. We've all got choices. So, and that pretty much comes back to what we started the subject on to today anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, excellent. What have you got coming up, Ros? Anything in the next week?
No. Self-care. I was going to be spending some time on Friday babysitting my latest little granddaughter and grandson, but with the cold developing, I don't think that's going to happen. So I just take a week at a time, and it's a lot of planning stuff in the background at the moment until I get things online, working with my website and that. So keep an eye on hypnosisplus.com.au. Things will be going in there, because I like my options to be open as far as it's not just all about Facebook. Unfortunately, for Facebook.
Beautiful. And you're still doing your reading layouts each day as well?
Yeah.
So you can certainly join in with those beautiful Lenormand cards that Ros shares with everybody as well. For me...
Facebook and Twitch. So Twitch is still just Ros Bound if you look for me that way. Yeah. But, so beautiful. And you're busy as always.
I need to get the final touches put into this fortnight's modules that are being released on Thursday night. So I do have one position left in my online course. So if anybody's interested, please inbox me at Leanne Winston Psychic Medium page. The details of that beginner's course is in the events page. Excuse me, as well with that. So I'm really excited to do with that. Sorry, guys.
Can't catch colds over the internet, can you?
No, I hope not.
I've been trying to hold off coughing.
Well, I do have a daughter that's sick as well, so I'm hoping not. My child, she's off to the doctors now. Take your cough with you, please, honey. So I'd just like to once again say thank you to everybody that has joined in. Thank you, Ros. And also thank you to those that have listened in through the United World Radio that we go live, the Binge Network, and they all, as well as Facebook, go worldwide. So keep sharing the love, spread the news, so to speak, that we do this show every week, and have people that you think might be interested join in with us as well, because more the merrier. All right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much. Rest up, Ros, and we will see you all next week.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.